finally made it, folks. NFL season is here.
Happy football season, everyone. It's finally here.
With the 2025 campaign now upon us, how about we dive into our first regular season edition of the 2025 NFL Power Rankings. Number 32, New Orleans Saints. Last time's ranking, 32. Spencer Rattler won the starting QB job over rookie Tyler Shuck, but that doesn't really mean much. The Saints won't be competitive this season, and they're built to tank for a top quarterback prospect in 2026. Number 31, Cleveland Browns. Last time's ranking, 31. The Browns made the curious decision to start Joe Flacco in Week 1, with rookie Dylan Gabriel occupying the QB2 spot behind Shedeur Sanders. Is it coaching malpractice, or does Kevin Stefanski see something that we don't? Number 30, Tennessee Titans. Last time's ranking, 30. Cam Ward makes his NFL debut on the road against a Denver Broncos team that led the league in sacks a year ago. We'll give him a nickel's worth of free advice. Don't throw to reigning Defensive Player of the Year Patrick Surtain II. Number 29, Indianapolis Colts. Last time's ranking, 25. In a surprise move, the Colts named Daniel Jones the Week 1 starter over Anthony Richardson. We suppose it's possible that Jones can have a career revival like Sam Darnold and Baker Mayfield, but it's hard to believe considering that Indy has become the NFL's official QB graveyard. Number 28, Carolina Panthers. Last time's ranking, 28. The Panthers are, well, an enigma this season. If Bryce Young builds off his strong second half from 2024 and forms good chemistry with rookie wideout Teteroa McMillan, they could totally compete in the winnable NFC South. But there are still questions about the O-line, receiver depth, and a defense that allowed the most yards and points last season. Number 27, New York Jets. Last time's ranking, 27. It's a clean slate for the Jets, who brought in a new GM head coach duo of Darren Muji and Aaron Glenn before signing Justin Fields to replace Aaron Rodgers. Folks aren't really expecting much from the Jets this year, but the locker room culture should be much better after the disastrous Rodgers era. Number 26, New York Giants. Last time's ranking, 29. The Giants are a compelling team this year. Their defense should be fun to watch with Abdul Carter, Kayvon Thibodeau, Dexter Lawrence, and Brian Burns forming a modern fearsome foursome. Russell Wilson, Jameis Winston, and rookie Jackson Dart are sure a compelling quarterback room. If all goes right, and big if, we know, the Giants could be a sneaky wildcard contender. Number 25, Jacksonville Jaguars. Last time's ranking, 24. The arrivals of rookie head coach Liam Cohen and two-way phenom Travis Hunter have brought new optimism to Duval County, but we'd like to see it to believe it. Number 24, New England Patriots. Last time's ranking, 26. The Patriots spent lavishly in free agency and loaded up on offense during the draft. So, will all the fresh faces, led by Stephon Diggs, Will Campbell, and Travion Henderson, lead to a monster breakout year from Drake May? Number 23, Dallas Cowboys. Last time's ranking, 19. Well, the Micah Parsons trade all but ends any realistic hope that the Cowboys had at competing for a Super Bowl this year. I mean, at this phase, finishing above 500 would be a miracle in and of itself. Number 22, Atlanta Falcons. Last time's ranking, 21. We know how deep the Falcons are on offense, and the leaky pass rush was bolstered by the first-round selections of Jalen Walker and James Pierce Jr. Ultimately, it comes down to quarterback Michael Penix Jr. Number 21, Las Vegas Raiders. Last time's ranking, 23. It'll be tough for Vegas to make the postseason since, well, they play in a division that features 3 playoff teams from 2024, but the Raiders certainly won't be boring. Not with Smith, Jinty, Amari Cooper, and Brock Bowers headlining a very potent offensive nucleus. Number 20, Arizona Cardinals. Last time's ranking, 22. It feels like if the Cardinals miss the postseason, there will be house cleaning across the board. And it should end the Kyler Murray era. Number 19, Miami Dolphins. Last time's ranking, 20. Jalen Phillips and Bradley Chubb, who missed all of last season, are healthy, by the way. So, if Tagovailoa stays healthy, then the Dolphins are a playoff contender. But if he gets hurt again, well, they're done. Simple as that. Number 18, Seattle Seahawks. Last time's ranking, 17. The Seahawks honestly have a great mix of young and veteran talent on both sides of the ball. Ultimately, it just comes down to how Sam Darnold performs after getting a 9-figure deal in free agency. Number 17, Chicago Bears. Last time's ranking, 18. Nobody is questioning the talent level and potential of Caleb Williams' Bears. This team has been held back by coaching malpractice for over a decade now, so is Ben Johnson the solution that they've long searched for? Let's hope so. Number 16, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Last time's ranking, 16. The injuries are worrisome, but the Bucs are comfortably the best and deepest team in the NFC South. It would be a surprise if they didn't win a 5th straight division crown. Number 15, Pittsburgh Steelers. Last time's ranking, 15. It feels like this will either go very, very well or horribly, horribly wrong. There are going to be no in-betweens. Now, we all wait and see if it'll actually pay off. Number 14, San Francisco 49ers. Last time's ranking, 12. The lack of available bodies at wideout right now is a tremendous cause for concern. Yeah, but hey, a core of Brock Purdy, George Kittle, Christian McCaffrey, Trent Williams, Nick Bosa, and Fred Warner should help the 49ers stay afloat. Number 13, Cincinnati Bengals. Last time's ranking, 14. The Bengals resolved the contract disputes of reigning sacks leader Trey Hendrickson and first-round pick Shamar Stewart. So they're finally locked, loaded, and good to go. Everyone knows the deal here. Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, and Chase Brown will score a lot of points. The Bengals defense cost them a playoff spot last year, so fingers crossed that the unit can go from awful to merely average this year. Do that, and they'll return to the postseason. Number 12, Houston Texans. Last time's ranking, 13. Coming off their second straight Elite Eight appearance, it's time for the Texans to take that next step forward and reach the AFC Championship game for the first time in history. Easier said than done, of course. Tank Dell is out for the season. Joe Mixon's status for 2025 is unclear. The rebuilt offensive line actually has more questions than answers, but at the very least, Houston should win double-digit games and a third straight division crown. Number 11, Los Angeles Chargers. Last time's ranking, 10. Few players face more pressure this year than Justin Herbert, who still doesn't have a playoff win. The arrivals of Keenan Allen, Trey Harris, Najee Harris, and Omarion Hampton leave him with no more excuses, because this is the most talented Bolts team Herbert has suited up for. Number 10, Denver Broncos. Last time's ranking, 11. Coming off a surprise 10-win season and playoff appearance, the Broncos aren't flying under the radar this time. There really aren't any weaknesses in Sean Payton's group, and it's hard to not get excited about the Patrick Surtain II-led defense. The Broncos looked like legitimate Super Bowl contenders, all right, but can they solve the KC roadblock? Number 9, Minnesota Vikings. Last time's ranking, 9. The Vikings decided to not retain Sam Darnold after a 14-win season and are instead rolling with J.J. McCarthy, who missed his entire rookie year with a knee injury. So, is J.J. the real deal, or is this Minnesota's latest QB blunder? It's actually probably one of the more compelling storylines to follow in 2025. Number 8, Los Angeles Rams. Last time's ranking, 8. Now that Matthew Stafford is good to go and cleared for Week 1, Rams fans can finally relax. Taking care of business against the Texans in Week 1 is a must, with challenging games against the Eagles, 49ers, and Ravens on the schedule early. Number 7, Washington Commanders. Last time's ranking, 6. The NFC runner-ups had 2 more big roster moves ahead of Week 1, finally extending superstar wideout Terry McLaurin and trading standout running back Brian Robinson to the 49ers. We know what the Commanders can do. The only question is, was it a fluke, or is a new golden era of football now upon the good folks in Washington? Number 6, Green Bay Packers. Last time's ranking, 7. Since our last power rankings, the Packers have made no real big moves, except for that whole Micah Parsons blockbuster deal with the Dallas Cowboys. Before the trade, we thought the Packers were a tier below the Lions in the NFC North. Now it's sort of 50-50. Number 5, Detroit Lions. Last time's ranking, 3. Gonna guess Lions fans were unhappy to learn that their longtime bullies traded for Micah Parsons. It doesn't help either that defensive starters Malcolm Rodriguez and Ellie McNeil are nursing injuries as well. Questions persist about the Lions' depth on defense, which cost them a Super Bowl run last year, but 12+ wins is a virtual gimme this year. Number 4, Baltimore Ravens. Last time's ranking, 5. Not much really needs to be said about these guys. We all know how prolific they are in the regular season. Now's the time to get the job done in the postseason. The Bills and Chiefs stalled Lamar Jackson's last 3 Super Bowl trips. He'll definitely have to beat at least one of them in order to get to the Super Bowl. Number 3, Buffalo Bills. Last time's ranking, 4. The Ravens and Bills are in the same territory. Josh Allen and company have been regular season juggernauts for a while now. It's now Super Bowl or bust for Sean McDermott's group. If this isn't the year the Bills finally get the job done, it'll be safe to ask if Josh Allen will ever win the big one. Number 2, Kansas City Chiefs. Last time's ranking, 2. The Chiefs' bid for a three-peat ended with a humiliating loss to the Eagles in the big game. An angry Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce are never a pleasant sight for the rest of the NFL. Number 1, Philadelphia Eagles. Last time's ranking, 1. The defending champions lost several key pieces from last year's Super Bowl winning group, but the main core of Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Saquon Barkley, Lane Johnson, Cooper DeJean, Quinion Mitchell, Jalen Carter, and Zach Bond remain. Only the Patriots and Chiefs have enjoyed back-to-back Super Bowl victories in the 21st century. But just saying, the 2025 Eagles are certainly well equipped to become the third. But who do you think will win Super Bowl 60? Let us know in the comment section below. If you like this video and learned a thing or two, then hey, clicking the like button helps us out a ton. And you know, we really appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to TPS though, then subscribing is a great idea, because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.